Good morning, American Jiu-Jitsu family. It's another day. Today we are actually at Purple Black. We are practicing our social distancing. We have Shihan, Kathy, and Billy here. Like I've said in many of the other videos, they live together. They're a married couple, so they can be with each other. I live apart. This is why we have social distancing in place. And I'm blessed to have them here to help me because some of these techniques were hard for me to do by myself, but they have volunteered. They're pretty much the only human beings I've seen in 4 weeks. So we're pretty safe, and we're going to demonstrate today Purple Black, which consists of, first category is Moochies. Now Moochies is a really cool technique, one of the techniques that really turned me on to Jiu-Jitsu many years ago. What you've seen so far is a Shodan, a basic walkout Shodan at around green belt. And then you've learned a knee-dan, which was a pinning that we did at green-black. All right, now the Moochie is here. It's where you take 3 fingers at the base of the pinky, and this back by the last 2 knuckles, and you twist it in a direction that it's not meant to go. So the Shodan is 1, or the number 1, or what we do actually at black belt, Shodan. The knee-dan, even though we introduced it at green belt or green-black, it's big part of 2nd degree. The Moochie is 3, so Shodan 1, knee-dan 2, Moochie or Sandan 3. We introduce this at Purple Black, and then we expand on it at 3rd degree black belt. So we're going to first introduce it to you, and then it gets a little bit more advanced later on at the Dan ranks, so you get a chance to taste it before it's actually required for a bigger level or a degree level. So we're going to do right off a high punch. We're going to demonstrate it, and then we're going to demonstrate it into some self-defense techniques. And the second part of this category is the knife. Now remember, every day we put on Facebook group page this video, which is American Jiu-Jitsu LI. We have these videos libraried on American Jiu-Jitsu LI on YouTube. Please go to YouTube, like and share it with people. When we get 1,000 views, we can go live. So YouTube, all of them are up there. Facebook group page, we post 1 video each day. Starting today, on some of the videos, we also will be posting them on IGTV on Instagram. You'll see that on the feed. All right, and lastly, we are doing Zoom classes. We have a full schedule, 6 days a week. Go to AJJCenters.com. You'll see the scheduling of all the classes. We have classes in New Jersey, Manhattan, as well as St. James. We have all the instructors that are involved. The codes are there. You'll need a password. Speak to another American Jiu-Jitsu student. They'll give you that password. And those are the live classes, all right? We're doing very, very well with those. All right, so with that being said, let's get busy with Purple Black. So the first is from a high punch into Moochie. Shihan, Kathy will throw the punch, and Shihan Billy will do the techniques. All right, first technique, throws the punch, blocks the Temi, goes underneath, puts the hand to his belly, puts the other hand for now on her shoulder, just so he can't stop. So feed that through. This is a basic way of showing it, and turn to the video. Turn to the video so they can see that. And you notice if he turns his hip to my office or to the back wall there, it's causing a lot of pain. That's why she's tapping. Moochie is a control technique that could be turned into a throw, or it could rip a person's hand right off their body, okay? What you gotta remember, mainly the American Jiu-Jitsu people that are training on a regular basis that's watching this, is if you relate back to what you did at red and red black belt with your arm bars, you'll see movements that are very similar on how we go underneath, like with the half-turn arm bar, but now we're doing a Moochie instead of an arm bar, which also says that he can do an arm bar if he wanted to. So what that means is that we're starting to learn more pieces to the puzzle, and you'll see a lot of common denominators the way we teach. That's why it's a system, not a bunch of techniques on a piece of paper. So with this being said, the next one, he's going to parry, fan, come around, a Temi, and then he's going to go underneath like we do with a half-turn arm bar, and he's going to put a Moochie on instead of an arm bar. So let's watch that. So parry, fan, feeds it, a Temi high, boom, a Temi low, boom, come underneath, and there it is, right from here. So he might use this Moochie because there might be another attacker there, where if he needed to go with a half-turn arm bar, he can drag that arm and bring her down to her belly, all right? So he can put her in between. So it's giving you multiple options of what to do with that attacker, whether it be submitting them with a wrist pin or bringing them down to the ground. Depends on what you need to do, okay? Now, the next one is going to be the low punch, okay? With the low punch, we're going to block with our low punch. We're going to atemi high. We're going to leaf over the hand. We're going to elbow strike. And again, like that half turn on bar, we're going to go and find a Moochie. So block, atemi, leaps over the top with the hand, hits, and right up here, boom, brings it to his belly, and there it is. Putting that hand there, almost like a kickstand. So the reason why this is important when you're first learning is because you don't have as good a control as you will later on. If Shihan Billy takes his arm away, Kathy could possibly turn. But by putting that hand there, as you see with her expression, it becomes very hard for her to turn. It puts a base in place and it makes the technique much nastier. Okay, so now let's take it. We just introduce it here. We don't go through a lot of techniques. We do that more at second degree. So we did a couple of punches. Now let's talk about a cross wrist grab. Same exact thing that you did from a cross wrist grab, half turn on bar. We're going to come in. As the person grabs, we're going to pin that hand, elbow strike, because they're probably pulling us in with this technique. And we're going to do that half turn on bar type movement, but into a Moochie. So, half turn, boom, right there, comes around, makes the turn, puts the hand through, puts it on the back, and from there restricts her movement. Same thing with the straight wrist grab, but now what we're going to do is we're going to leaf over the top. Okay, so we're going to leaf over the top. Atemi high, bring his attention up here. Atemi low, we're going to come up underneath like we do with that arm bar, but we're going to bring it into that Moochie. So from here, Atemi high, hits low, as he walks underneath, turns, pins it to his body, right there, puts that kickstand on, disallows it to turn. Now from here, I always have a rule as we get to this another level or higher level. If a person chokes me, I'm going to hit you in the throat. Simple, simple, simple rule to remember. You choke me, I'm going to hit you in the throat. It's that simple. All right? Well then, Sensei, why didn't you teach us this at the beginning? We don't teach you those things in the beginning because we teach you other things that are more important because you're still applying those things that we teach you in the basic level at this level. Although, we are now saying, turn, pin your throat like we normally say, but now hit the person in the throat. And now we're going to turn like that half turn on bar again and do the Moochie. So you'll see right now, as he does it, from here, spikes into, or spear hand into the person's throat, comes up underneath just like they did with the half turn on bar, and there's your Moochie right there. All right, want to demonstrate it one more time from the opposite side? Bang, spear into the throat, comes up underneath, right, brings the hand to the belly, and there's your technique. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now, let's look at a forearm choke. A forearm choke, still the rules apply. We still got to pin the hand. We still got to tuck the chin. We're going to elbow strike high to get their attention high, and then we're going to put that Moochie on. Okay? So from here, bang, one shot brings her up high, and from here, right into the Moochie. Now, the reason why we do that technique where we hit them high and we don't continue to strike with them, because if we're thinking to put a person in a submission technique, a control technique, we're not looking to kill this person. We're never looking to kill somebody, but we're going to use the amount of energy we need to submit the person, and we don't want to go above that. Okay? Let's do one more. Rear overarm bear hug, very similar to the one that we just did, but now he's going to step on the foot, pin the hands, strike up high, walk up underneath, and then submit the person. Perfect. Now, what you saw was all the techniques that you need for purple black with the Moochie. We're going to try to keep these techniques, these tapes under 10 minutes so we can post them on Instagram. So we will have tape 2 for purple black, which will start on the next video. Remember, we're in a crazy time right now, but we're making it work. All right, you got to stay home, you got to stay healthy, and you got to stay safe. Like everything in life, you can't just, do nothing until we kick back into gear. You should be doing your videos every day. You should be doing your live Zooming every day, your classes every day. And when we get back to the normal that we're used to, we're going to be better, we're going to be stronger and smarter. So stay busy, but stay at home, stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you so much for watching. Second video to come, Purple Belt Part 2.